Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. How are you going? Oh, is it gone live? I think it's gone live. It was doing some weird things then. I'll just check, make sure. How is everybody today? We've got good energies today. Can you feel it? Or maybe you're not into today yet. Maybe you're still in yesterday's. Yes, it's working. So welcome to Psychic Cafe. I'm going to go deeper into the daily read. I'm going to do readings for people that turn up live. So come along live sometime if you're watching the replay. Went out for a beach walk this morning. It's beautiful. Having a bit of a lazier day today. I've been so busy for such a long time. So today's my little bit of a day off, including workouts. Hey, Saska. I'm good. The beach was so beautiful this morning. Oh, I went a little bit later than usual, so the sun had actually come up over the hill a little bit. It's so beautiful out there. Got my ball. It's frappe. Come back, come back, come back. It's frappe. It's frappe. Is it working yet? Connection's not good. It's really bad today. Am I back? I'm back. Glitching a lot, I know, I've noticed. Just see if it'll settle down. I noticed when I first started it off, it was weird because there's like a thing that goes across the top of the screen. And it kept on happening. I hope it settles down. Maybe it's settled down now. Fingers crossed. Keep your fingers crossed. This isn't ease. The energies of today were supposed to be ease, things settling down. So I'm having a bit of a day off today. I have the same phone. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. The color. It was this color that made me get this phone. I love it. And then I started buying other things that color too. I bought myself a top, bought myself some trainers in that color. So I was like matching. I like it. So I had such a busy day. It's a frappe. If it kept on cutting me out, it's a frappe. Got it on my way back from my walk this morning on the beach. So beautiful on the beach. Keeping everything crossed. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, really busy day yesterday. Lots of readings. And I was so tired. And I was like, oh, I need a day off, which is today. Kind of day off anyway. And so I stopped in the middle of the day because I was just so tired, and I watched a movie, stopped for like 2 hours, and then did the rest of the readings that had come in, and then worked out. And while I was working out, somebody came and fixed my air conditioning in here. So you might notice it's quieter. I don't know whether you could hear the air conditioning before, but it was having to work very hard, and it wasn't very cold in here. So a guy came and he cleaned it all out, inside and outside, and now it's cool. So now I can do my stuff without sweating. It's heating up here at the moment, and it was just getting hotter and hotter in here, and unless I had the fan on me, the air conditioning just wasn't doing it. No, it's great. But it always is at this time of day anyway. So yeah, the daily read, really good energies today. A calmer day, more positive day. Going easier on ourselves. And look, we've got positivity. Who's on? Who's joining me live? Just pop up a message saying who you are and where you're watching from. Birds. Yes, need aircon every day. It's on all the time. I have it on all the time. And I'd stopped sleeping so good as well because it wasn't working so well. I was waking up in sweats. Yeah, I could like go out in the morning. It'd be cooler out there than it was in my room. It just wasn't working very good at all. Positivity. If you can find even one thing to be grateful for, it will restore you to the light. Please, dear God, let me always feel gratitude for something, even a tiny thing, in even the hardest situations. Gratitude, that's the way. Positive, according to this. I'll read it again. If you can find even one thing to be grateful for, it will restore you to the light. Please, dear God, let me always feel gratitude for something, even a tiny thing, even in the hardest situations. You know what I'm grateful for? There was a community meeting yesterday of all the people with businesses on this island. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. And they voted whether to close the island down, as in stop the ferries coming in, just food ferries coming in, and passenger ferries for people that live here, no tourists. They voted to do it, so we're closed down now. Just such a relief. As far as we know, we haven't got the virus here. And if we close the island down and just stay here, not here in our little paradise, that makes things so much less stressful. Because it's been the travelers, that have been bringing it into places and spreading it around. Because they're still partying, they're still acting like they're on holiday, they're still trying to get away with it. Whereas, of course, the people that live here, we're all in lockdown, wanting to get through this, especially people with businesses, So it's very good news for our island. Hopefully it isn't here. And yeah, this makes me feel good. It makes me feel good, that decision. And it's 12 days since I came back from Kuala Lumpur, so I'm almost out of my self-imposed quarantine, although I didn't do it properly for the first few days because I was still training, because the gym was still open and I knew it was going to close down, so I wanted to make the most of it. So I was a bit naughty. So yeah, once I get through the 14 days after I trained, that's when I really socially distance myself, socially isolate myself, kind of thing. But still, it's good to know that I'm almost out of the Kuala Lumpur zone, if you know what I mean. Because, I was on aeroplanes, I was in airports, I was doing all of that, and that's a bit scary. I was very careful. I was washing my hands all the time and all of that. Hey, Mel, how are you? And Melanie. Oh, got two Mels in the house. Good morning, Melanie. How are you? Who else is on? Say hello. So yeah, let's have a look. We've got a positive day, good energy today. I'm taking the day almost off. Of course, my readings are always available, but I'm not going to be shooting any videos today. I need to go shopping. I'm almost out of food. So I will be going shopping today. And my custom-made mask is going to be ready as well. My custom-made washable mask, so I'll go and get that and then go shopping. Pay the rent. I've got to do that too. I've had the rent money sat in here for 6 days or something. Because it's not essential. I'm only going out for essentials, right? Oh, look. You're good, Melanie. Made a swing yesterday. Awesome. People are doing really cool stuff, eh? People are doing really cool stuff, getting back to real life, what life should be about. The beach was amazing this morning. When we can't go out, when we do go out, we make the most of it, don't we? We really appreciated it. We really appreciate it. That's why we've got the positivity card. And it's all about gratitude. Your mum made you an excellent mask. You want to see mine that I made? It's not very good. But it's good. I made this out of an old t-shirt. It's good. Yeah, it's very thin, you might see. Can you see how thin it is? But because I can run in that and I can breathe through it. It's just to stop the spit anyway. It's not meant to asphyxiate us, is it? So that's my homemade effort, just so I could get out the house. So we got expansion and feel it. We're all feeling better today. Are you all feeling better today? I certainly am. Feeling really good. Excuse me for the noises. And things can expand. Things can expand and go in a positive direction with this energy. Our lives can take off. Did you all check out the April reads on my YouTube channel? Some really good stuff coming. Yeah, good for jogging. Yeah, I don't think a surgical mask would do it. I can just imagine it being like falling to pieces. Even that, it gets very sweaty. You know, my face gets very sweaty, and the air's like going up toward when you're breathing heavily, air's going up toward my eyes. So, yeah, it's not good. Anyway, getting my new mask. Hopefully before I go shopping today, which will be cool. So expansion, feel it. We're feeling better. Hopefully we're feeling better. If you're not, then positivity through gratitude is going to help you feel better. And that's going to lead to expansion, our lives moving forward to what we're here for. We haven't been here for all of the things that we've been focused on, or a lot of the things that we've been focused on before, the superficial stuff, you know. We're not really here for that. And so, nice. And the more we're getting into that energy and that positive energy and doing things like making swings, like Melanie, doing things, you know, the real things, spending time with our families, really quality time, really enjoying when we're out there, really doing the best things for ourselves. This is really good for us, this. Have you noticed? I know there's terrible things going on out there, but if we detach ourselves from that, don't focus on that, because there's no energy down by focusing on that. We're getting what we want, and we're getting what we want right now. We're not just like getting ready to get what we want in the future when things start moving again. We're getting what we want right now, because what we want is to feel better, right? What we want is to get ourselves. We're getting that right now. So notice what you are receiving right now, even if it's just you feeling better, even if it's just you getting back to yourself, because that's what it's all about. The expression comes from what we feel. And if we're feeling really good about ourselves, that's what's going to manifest. So we are getting what we want right now. Not later, right now. And of course, we've been asked to clear our sabotages. So if anyone's still in that, if anyone's going back to their addictions, or the addictions are pulling on them. So addictions, we know the usual ones, right? Drugs, alcohol, that kind of thing. But there's the other ones, there's the sneaky ones. Maybe you're struggling being at home in isolation because you usually fill up your time with other people, you know, never spending time by yourself. Maybe it's shopping, you know, maybe it's stuff that you've been sabotaging yourself with. And so you got this pull of wanting to go and buy things, shopping and stuff like that. It's inside, created a hang spot in my garage. Oh, that's cool. I almost sat on a swing on the beach this morning, but then I didn't. Decided not to touch things. Never know who's been on it. Isn't it weird? You gotta go out and are like really conscious of not touching anything. And then someone moved my bike. I'm like, don't touch my bike now. Now I'm gonna have to like, someone touched my handlebars to move my bike, which means now I've got to be careful, right? Just really conscious of that. So be careful of sabotages, clear out the sabotages, because they will be making themselves known to us now, especially those sneaky ones that are flying under the radar, like shopping, wanting people in our lives, or busyness. That's often a thing, isn't it, that stops us from just being. And then when we clear those sabotages out, don't cave into them, then we can really just be, and then be happy with ourselves again. We've got really good energies today. Can you feel that? This is for Tuesday, 31st of March, by the way. I know some of you are still in Monday. Tuesday is going to be really good. You'll see. Oh, relationships too, and judgment in relationships. Oh, it's so tricky, isn't it? Judgment. It's so hard at the moment not to notice what other people are doing. Especially, yeah, it's triggering, isn't it? Especially when you're in lockdown and other people aren't doing it, and they're letting you know that they aren't doing it. And it's like a big fuck you to everyone, isn't it, when they're doing that? So hard not to get triggered by it, but we've got to stay in our own lane and mind our own business. If people want to put themselves in danger, then that's their choice. It kind of affects everyone else. It could affect everyone else, but, you know, we've just got to kind of try not to judge it as best we can, take a step back. Of course, people have got their own free will. They're going to do what they're doing. We've just got to try and ignore it, I guess. Focus on what we do, or what we don't do. Just make the best decisions for ourselves. And so watch out for that. Relationships triggering judgment in you today. Maybe this is about romantic relationships as well. In lockdown, in romantic relationships, it's got to be tricky, right? You know, the intensity of having to be with each other all the time. It's got to cause trouble. It's got to bring things up, right? You know, like the other day when the secrets were coming out. Relationships that have got problems, those problems are going to be amplified right now, right? So just be careful not to judge. It's the judgment that's standing in the way, according to our guides today. Okay, who wants a reading? Just pop up a message saying me, please, and I'll do that for you. It's a frappe today. It's very cold. So we've got how we're feeling is what is expanding. And so we're getting into this positivity, feeling really good, getting back to just doing the things that are really important to us, really enjoying the things that are really important to us. And how, because we're feeling really good, that's what's going to expand. We're going to get what we want in this moment, because of course what we want is to feel better. Those better feelings manifest into even more. And so we just get on this upward spiral. So we're not waiting to receive. And yeah, you made my life today. Woo! Good job. And yeah, just be careful of judgment. Like I've seen it so much, and I'm feeling it in myself too so much. You know, this pull of watching what other people are doing, especially when they're kind of sticking it in your face. And the judgment that comes from that, just, yeah, stay in your own lane, mind your own business, focus on your own life, that kind of thing, to help you to stop that judgment. And if that's in romantic relationships and you're stuck in the house with them and everything is being expanded, just watch out for that judgment. Okay, who's up first? Melanie. Melanie's up first. Then Saska. So Melanie, you're finding out who you really are and making peace with yourself. You're making peace with yourself. This gentle, quieted heart that's been really peaceful, really, you're being, this change in circumstances is allowing us to get back to ourselves, and we're kind of waking up from that treadmill that we've all been asleep, trudging forward on. To do is that, you know, and now we're really finding out who we really are. It says it's unstable. No, it's not unstable, it's carrying on. So yeah, you find out who you really are. Oh, you're loving your artist. Oh, that's awesome, Melanie. Melanie, I used to have one of my best friends at school was called Melanie. And getting back to your innocence as well, Melanie. Loving yourself, getting back to your innocence. This is very good for you. Very good time for you. Getting back to that core of who you are and loving who you are. It's more than being at peace with it, isn't it? It's really appreciating yourself and who you are. The little things, the innocence, you know, it's like getting back to childhood stuff again. That's been coming up so much. The readings that I did yesterday, the private readings that I did, it came up, I don't know, I probably did about 6 or 7 readings, and it was in about 3 or 4 of them or something, childhood stuff. The dreams that we had in childhood, the knowing that we had in childhood, we're getting back to that now, that childhood innocence again. So nice, hey? And yeah, even though there's not a half price sale on at the moment, what I've done is I've made the energy healings. My energy healings are half price if you add it on to a guidance reading. So the link for that is on behealing.com. If anyone wants that kind of thing, if you're wanting a guidance reading, which is my general readings, you know. So one way you can choose the categories which is general, work, love, money, and health. And it's the one where you can ask questions too. So if you've got specifics. Oh, through childlike eyes. That's beautiful. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, you're really getting back to yourself. Feeling it, Melanie. That's really good. Okay, Saskia. Your partner's working. You're lucky. Yeah, everything's been amplified at the moment. The good and the bad and the ugly, right? And the beautiful too. Appreciating things so much more. Like, really appreciated my beach walk this morning. One, for not running. Because when I woke up this morning, it was like 6:20, and I thought, it's not really early enough to go for a run and be ready for this. And anyway, my body was sore. My legs were a bit slow this morning because I did a massive workout yesterday afternoon when I finished work. Again, I finished work at about 4:45 or something, and then I went out on my balcony to do a workout, and that's when the aircon man arrived. So I did a longer workout because he took ages. So I was out there. He was working in here. I was out there in my bikini doing a workout. I think he enjoyed that. But yeah, my legs were slow this morning. But just going to the beach and walking instead of running, even that made me really appreciative. And it meant I could take my phone with me, my bag with me, and take some photos as well. So, and yeah, just the little things like that, like really appreciative. Now we can't do it all the time. Really appreciative of it. So, Saskia, we've got refocus and I am love. Yeah, refocusing on who you are, the core of your being, what you love, how you are love, you sharing that love. Really getting back to yourself. Bit of a theme today, isn't there? In these little private readings. Oh, Saskia, you've been thinking about writing. That came up in someone's private reading, and I got an email off her this morning as well. After she'd read through her reading, and she's like, yep, I know that I'm a writer, and I just don't know what to write about yet. So, yeah, maybe you too, Saskia, you've got something to write about. They say that we've all got a book inside of us, huh? Maybe that's why, Saskia, maybe that's why one of the connections that we have, and why I know you said that you're going to get my books, right? And so maybe it's something to do with that, leading you in the right direction. But yeah, you're going to be writing. You got a book in you. But this is the most important at the moment, getting back to yourself. What you love. It's those little things, isn't it? It's just being. Mel's up next. Middle card resonates a lot. Middle card. What was that one? Mel J. Where are you, Mel J? Somebody's in my building. They stripped down the room. So after that meeting happened yesterday, deciding that we're locking down the island, which makes me very happy, which means no more tourists. The cleaners came into all the rooms here. I think it was when I was on live. And I could hear noises. And yeah, they stripped down all the rooms, so they'd taken all the bedding off the beds and then moved the mattresses so that they can air out properly and open the windows and stuff like that. So it's middle card, the judging card, guidance. Okay. Meditate on it, Saskia. Okay, Mel J. Okay. Include jealousy. This is about, Mel, this is about you going for what you want and not concerning yourself with how other people feel about that, how other people are going to react to it. This is giving yourself permission to shine, giving yourself permission to receive whatever you want in life, giving yourself permission to have the best and be the best and things like that. It's like including yourself in what is yours in life instead of holding yourself back because of other people's reactions. Jealous reactions. You know, and I'm picking up, like for you, the jealous reactions, if you've got people around you like that are going to have jealous reactions, you know, it's always the people that got really empty lives that are, I don't know, caught up in addictions or something. They've got really empty lives, so they're focused on everyone else because they haven't got enough in their lives, you know. The people that are really bored right now, and so they're looking for those addictions. They're looking for people. They're looking at everyone else. They're looking to, you know, fill their time up with other people. It's just those. So the more you stay in your own lane and focus on yourself, Mel, the more you do that, the more those people are going to drop away anyway. So just be careful of that. Just, you know, it's kind of doing the same thing as they're doing, you know. It's focusing on other people. It's focusing what they might think. So this is all about you giving yourself permission to shine, you giving yourself permission to have the best in life. And then from that internal position, from that internal energy, Mel, things will come, like your higher self will give you an idea to move forward. So intuition will come, like an idea will come from your higher self, a great idea, and you'll move forward on that idea. But before you can get that idea, you need to give yourself permission to shine, because until you do that, then this idea, you're not going to pick it up. You're not going to run with it. So your higher self is saying, I've got this great idea for you, but first you've got to get ready for it. You've got to allow the very best into your life and stop caring what other people are going to say about it. Give yourself permission to shine, Mel. It's your time, Mel. Claire, do you like drinking tea? If so, how do you go with green tea? I do like drinking tea. I drink it a lot. You see over there, right by my bed, I've got it. You can just see the top of it there. Yeti cup. I probably make 3, one of the really big Yeti cups, 3 cups of tea of that every day. And drink that. I do. And I've got green tea, I've got blue pea flower tea, and I've got ginger tea as well. But the green tea is my favorite, jasmine green tea, just loose tea. Just throw it in the cup and then fill the cup up with boiling water, and it kind of stays warm for hours in there. I love it. Absolutely love it. And then I do it twice. So the second cup is just with the same tea that was in there before. So the second one is weaker. Love it. Melissa can have a reading. Do you like green tea, Saska? Communicate with those people like you rather than the people that aren't like you. You don't even need to respond to people that aren't like you. There's no owing, there's no rule that says that you have to respond to everyone that gets in touch with you, especially if they're not like you. This is like pick who your friends are and ignore the rest kind of thing. It's that kind of a message from your higher self. And this is saying, Melissa, right now in this moment, do what you want to do. This is like, don't make too many plans for the future, as in what you're going to do when you can. This is saying start doing what you want to do. This moment now, actually take action on that. Cool. Sounds good to me. Anyone else want a reading? Yeah, so if anyone wants a private reading, I am doing them today. But I'm going to be going shopping. And I'm taking it easier today, so hopefully I'll only have a couple of private readings in. I'm going to sit around watching movies, go shopping, what else? Pay my rent. And really relax. So this was a total treat. I'd stopped getting these Just, because it's from the 7-Eleven, and so many people go in the 7-Eleven, right? If coronavirus is going to spread, it's going to spread in the 7-Eleven. I love the jasmine green tea too. You couldn't drink it at some stage. Very stimulating. It is a bit, isn't it? Yeah, I make it very weak. That probably sounds really nice. You're welcome, Alexa. Yeah, I make it very weak, and as I said, I'll fill the cup up again so it's even weaker the second time around. It is very activating, and I'm careful, like because I'm making 3 of them a day. The one for the night time, the one for the evening is not the strong green tea. I'll make something else. If I'm making it in the evening, it's going to be the green tea or the blue pea flower tea, which is the stuff that goes purple when I mix it with apple cider vinegar in the mornings. Your nervous system is very sensitive. I have to be careful what I'm taking. Yeah, mine used to be. I'm not so sensitive anymore to coffee. There was at one stage when I was really sensitive to coffee. I'd have to drink. It was a naturally decaffeinated bean rather than one that's been chemically processed to take the caffeine out of it. Bun coffee in Australia. Do you know that one, Saskia? Bun coffee. There was a lot of it in Byron Bay. And so I used to drink that one. And if like I went to get a coffee and asked for the decaf, and they gave me the cash version of it by mistake, I would feel it and just be hyper anxious, heart pounding. Oh, really? That was years ago, and I was so sensitive to it. Now I'm good with coffee. Tea, I don't have tea bags. I have loose leaf, so I just put probably about 3, and they're big leaves. They're like it's a friend of mine, Bua. Hi, Bua. Yeah, I don't think you watch this, Bua, but it's like a whole tea leaf. And so I'll probably put about 5 of those in that massive Yeti cup. So it's left in the whole time. It's in there now. In fact, yeah, there's green tea in there right now, and it's on its 2nd brewing right now. You can't drink coffee. Yeah, I used to be like that. Now I'm good with coffee. I can drink a lot of it, and I do drink a lot of it now. I have about 4 or 5 coffees. I don't know what changed. The only thing that I can think, I used to be sensitive to a lot of things, chemicals, even essential oils, like natural brand things. I'd be sensitive to that too. Like I'd get eczema and stuff. What changed? I got less emotionally sensitive. I was healing myself. So maybe the body is a reflection of how you are emotionally. So the more triggered you can get by things, emotionally, the more triggered you are. That's what it was with me. That's what it seemed to be correlated with for me. I think now my diet is sorted out better. That seems to help, I've heard a lot of people, because I'm in groups that are doing the carnivore diet. I'm not carnivore, but I'm mostly carnivore. But I'm in groups that do that, very, very low carb diets or no carb diets, and they get less sensitive to things. So if they've had autoimmune or eczema, asthma, even stuff like that, it's going away with this change in diet. So it could be something to do with that too. So who knows? So many variables, isn't there? It's like this. It's like them looking at the virus as well and saying, who's doing better than others and who's getting sick. There's just so many variables in our lives. You can't say one person is healthy, one person isn't healthy, because there's just so many variables. I had coffee way too late. I can't have coffee. The last coffee that I'll have will be 1 o'clock. I don't have it after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, otherwise I won't be sleeping. Can't even have eggs and any food. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Eggs. I remember when I gave my youngest son eggs for the first time when he was a baby. He gave him a spoonful of it. He swallowed it down. It came straight back. It just like swallowed. Came straight back up. He vomited it out immediately. It was like a ball bouncing. And then his face blew out. He started swelling up. And his ears went like balloons. They were, imagine an ear that was blown up with air, and you could see where the creases were meant to be, but they were just these things. Oh my God, it was freaky. Luckily, it went down in a couple of hours and he got better, but it was a good thing his body rejected it like immediately because his reaction was severe. And then after that, he was okay after that. He could have it. I didn't like give it him straight away. It was quite a few months before. Yeah, he would have been about 2 or something before I tried him with it again, but he was okay then. I ate a lot of protein, I ate a lot of fat, I ate a bit of sugar too. Not much. Yeah, a lot of protein. My body was crying out for it. My body was crying out for meat with all of the training that I do. And then when I switched, my body put lots more muscle on straight away. Yeah, my body just loves it now. So I eat, lots of protein, lots of fat. The bacon that I bought lately isn't very fatty, and that's not very satisfying for me. Yeah. I made a beautiful omelette yesterday for breakfast. Delicious. The egg. I think I remember all of my kids having a reaction to egg when they first had it. But none as pronounced as his. Like, I'll never forget it. It was just, I've never seen anything like that. Someone swallowing something and it bouncing back up immediately. And his ears were just, that was like, 20 years ago? He's 20 now. Yeah, so we did have mobile phones then, but they didn't have cameras on them. It would have been funny to take a picture of that. Of course, we had cameras, but we didn't carry them around with us for moments like that. Can't even remember what kind of camera I had then. Remember when we used to have different devices? And now our phones do it all. But look out, we were living good times. Does anyone else want a reading? Everyone else is gone. Everyone else got bored. Still haven't cleaned my windows. Full of sweat splatter. Maybe we should do the same, eat more protein, less carbs. Oh, for sure. Carbs aren't good for us in the slightest. Although I do eat 1 carby meal a day around lunchtime for energy. My body needs it. Well, obviously my body needs it, otherwise I'll lose a lot of weight. But yeah, the majority aren't working out like I work out and bounce around like I've got so much energy here. Naturally muscly, don't work out. Yeah, strong muscly arms, yeah, to suit the athletic body type more than other people. You can try it. Yeah, metabolism program. So as it stands, it's a 2-month private thing at the moment. So we spend like at least 2 hours me teaching you it in the first place and asking you questions about your diet and stuff and coming up with a plan for you. Because it works with any kind of thing that you want to eat, it works with, but it's just telling you the fundamentals of how each thing that you eat is working in your body to either put on fat, exactly what it's doing in your body, metabolism and everything. And then every week for 2 months, like a coaching program, because people always have more questions and things happen and we tweak it a little bit and stuff. And so when it turns into like a video program, I'm going to record those at some point soon, if I get time to. When it becomes that, it's not going to have that element of the one-on-one stuff. I'll do like webinars or lives or stuff for people that are in it. to answer questions, but it's not going to be that one-on-one. So it just depends on your preference, Saskia. What do you like, the one-on-one stuff? It has worked really well with the one-on-one stuff because everybody's done it differently. Everyone has done it differently that has been in that program already. And then we're all in a Facebook group. So when I find out new things, new information, I put it in the Facebook group. So you like one-on-one. I think that works better for it. You know, this coaching is really powerful for certain things, for a lot of things. In fact, there's just something about that coaching model that's good. It's boxing, it's kickboxing, Muay Thai. Muay Thai is boxing, it's elbows, it's knees, it's kicks, front kicks, side kicks, back kicks, all kinds of kicks. It's full body. It's amazing. It's the best workout ever. I miss it. I miss it so much. All I'm doing now is doing the punches with weights. I've got 2 kilogram weights that I do the punches with to keep those muscles going, keep them strong, especially the core, because it's all core, the kicks and everything. Do you get hurt now? I don't spar. Oh, sometimes when I'm in Kuala Lumpur, I'll spar, and it hurts a bit. It hurts like hell if you kick someone's elbow by mistake. But now generally just kicking pads, and that doesn't hurt at all. It does when you first start. You got to toughen up when you first start. I'm pretty sure it gives you micro breaks in your feet when you first start, and it hurts like hell. I remember the first time I did it, of course, everyone's really enthusiastic when they first start, and you kick a little bit too hard than you should. And then you can't sleep that night because your feet hurt so bad. Oh, you missed. Something went wrong. Am I still live? It says something went wrong. I don't think I'm live anymore. I am. Not according to mine. Oh yeah, no, I am. Hey Dion, how are you? How weird. But it cut out, did it? What did you miss out on when I was talking about Muay Thai? Muay Thai is punches, kicks, elbows, knees. It's using full body and a lot of core. Yeah, a lot of core. So it's like a complete body workout. It's amazing. I miss it. And it's so much fun. But no, don't get hurt. Hardly get hurt. Kicking pads, kicking bags. Sometimes bag work can hurt me a little bit more because I put so much into it. Especially the punches. I can get tension, jarring. Sometimes the elbows is a bit jarring for me. I know how to release it now though. Got used to how my body reacts to it. It's amazing. Muay Thai is amazing. Don't spar so much. But when I do, yeah, you get hurt. You get bruises on your legs in particular. It's a lot of fun now. It really is a lot of fun. I love it. Has anyone else tried it? Have you tried Muay Thai training? Oh, I miss it. I hope they open up again. I really miss it. Muay Thai. Muay means boxing. Thai means Thai. Muay Thai. Mai Tai is a cocktail. Mai Tai. Muay Thai. Muay Thai. You're welcome. And it's fun to watch. I think it's fun to watch. Some people don't like watching it. I do. But, it's that kind of thing. If you're training in something, then you like watching it more because you can see what they're actually doing. You can really appreciate what they're doing and the skills and stuff. Some fighters are incredible. Like Sanchai. He's incredible. He's just like the best fighter ever. His skills are just out of this world. I think it's about 42 or 43 too, so it's kind of nice. Older fighters. Yeah, look into it. It's so much fun. Okay, I'm going to stop here. What have we done? 46 minutes. Thank you everyone for coming along. Don't forget, if you're interested in getting an energy healing with me, they are in half price in the add-on to a guidance reading at the moment. Yeah. Thanks for coming along, everybody. I'll be here again tomorrow. Come along again tomorrow. Have an amazing day and night and whatever it is, wherever you are. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, Seska. Bye, Dion.